Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Very well welcome to all of you this Monday morning. Thank you very much for coming online and joining us on this call today. Let me just very quickly see who have we got on call. Adita, good morning. Okay, I can see we've got Diego, I can see we've got Nicholas, I can see we've got Arunas. Very welcome, guys. I can see somebody else just joined as well. Okay, welcome, 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 guys. So we will be starting in just a second. If you can hear me okay, you can just drop a line in the chat box just to say hello. Okay, and we'll be starting in just a second. So let me just quickly share my screen with you guys. Okay, so this morning our topic is 7 mental laws. So we're going to be looking at 7 mental laws that can help you achieve your results faster, that can help you to reach your goals much quicker. But it all depends on how you use them, because exactly the same way they can be something that would be bad for you and wouldn't help you and actually stop you from achieving. So the way you use these laws will determine whether they're going to help you or whether they're going to harm you, etc. So let's have a look at what these laws are and what do they do and how do they do it. So the first law is called law of cause and effect. And basically this law says that everything happens for a reason, right? So nothing is happening by chance, right? Success is not an accident. Success only happens on purpose. And one of the most important things to understand in business, that if you do what successful people do, then you will have the results that successful people have. That's the cause and effect. You are doing something that successful people do, that's the cause, and then you get the results of successful people get, which is an effect, right? And exactly the same, unfortunately, exactly the same way, if you keep doing what failures do, then guess what? You will keep failing as well in life. So it's really, really important to think to yourself, okay, so what am I doing? Am I doing today what successful people do, or am I doing something that lazy people do? Am I doing something that failures do? Am I doing something that people who are not that successful do? And that's why it's really so important to make sure that you always model successful people. Read autobiographies of successful people. Look within the business. Look at the leader. Look at somebody who has the results you want to get and go, okay, I just need to copy this person as much as I can, do everything that they do, and guess what? This way I will get the same results. There's no really trick about it. There is no secret ingredient here. It's just really essentially copying somebody else. You don't need to become an original and unique person, etc. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to. You can just become a very good photocopy of somebody who's already successful, and you'll get the same results. And a lot of successful people who are millionaires now have done exactly the same. When they first started, they said, okay, let me go and copy this person and do exactly what they do. And also, with the law of cause and effect, you need to understand that thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. So as we know, our thoughts can determine things that happen in our life, because think and grow rich. Whatever you think about, you get more of, etc. So really, it's very, very important to understand that thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. So if at the moment in your life you have conditions that you don't like, guess what? Probably they are being caused by the thinking you did a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, etc. So if you change your thoughts, you can actually change your physical life outside. And that is something that is extremely powerful if you wrap your brain around it, if you wrap your mind around it. Because this way, then you're actually in control. By changing your thoughts, you can change your physical health, you can change your financial life, you can change everything, your relationships, etc., just by changing your thoughts, right? And of course, new conditions require new thinking. So if you want better results, etc., and you see somebody who's already successful, who is already getting the sort of results you get, spend some time with that person, dig their brain a little bit, see how do they think, what do they do differently, what do they say, what do they listen to, what do they read. One of my favorite questions is, what's your favorite book? Whenever I meet somebody who is super successful, I go, what's your favorite book? Or who was your influence? Or who did you learn from? Or who do you listen to in the car? Etc. I'm trying to find out what the sort of stuff are they putting in their head, because I want to be putting the same stuff in my head because they're getting some results that I want to be getting, right? So get in a habit of seeing how do these people think, like how do they, what the sort of thought process is happening in their head. Okay. The second law is the law of control. And law of control says that you feel positive to the degree of control that you feel in your life, right? So this is basically, again, how in control in your life you are. And they call it the locus of control. Some people have internal locus of control. Some people have external locus of control. And when people have external locus of control, this is where they tend to blame everything else around them for the bad circumstances they have in their life. So they'll say, oh, it's the economy, it's the boss, it's the weather, it's the family, it's my parents, it's my children, it's my spouse, or they will blame everybody outside of them for their failures, etc. And exactly the same way, if they want to succeed, they will look for somebody to help them to succeed. They will look for something to happen in their life, maybe to win a lottery, so that their life will change. Because they don't take their life in control. They don't go, okay, if it's to be, it's up to me. Well, that's actually exactly what people do who are with internal locus of control. They say it is all me. It is all my responsibility. It's all, up to me. If they feel unwell, they know they need to do something with their diet. If they, don't get results financially, they know they need to work hard, etc. So they are in control of the actual process. And the reality is that a lot of stress that people experience in their life is actually caused by them feeling that they are being controlled by other people and by circumstances, etc., where they don't feel the control in their life. They feel the bills coming in and the money coming out and, all of this happening, etc., and they feel out of control. They feel controlled by their bosses at their jobs. They feel controlled by their spouses, by their children, by their circumstances, or whatever. And this is where it causes an incredible amount of stress on them, because they don't feel that they are in control of their own life. They feel like they're like being controlled by somebody else. So it's really, really important in order to achieve more happiness is to start getting in control of your life, of your situation, etc. Because as soon as you do that, you become a lot more powerful, you become a lot more confident, etc. And the reality is that your thoughts or thinking is the only thing that you can actually control. Because can you control other people? Probably not. Can you control the weather? Probably not. Can you control the economy? Probably not. But what you can control is your thinking, how you respond to those events, how do you, what do you do in your life, etc. And that's really one of the most important things. If you start controlling your mind, you start becoming positive, you start, getting rid of these negative thoughts, etc. Guess what? Automatically, you start seeing changes in your life. Okay, the third law is the law of belief. And this law says that you always act in a manner consistent with your beliefs. And this is, again, I cannot say enough how important this is to understand this, because a lot of people are not achieving success that they want to achieve in their life, or they're not earning the type of money that they would like to earn, etc., solely because they don't believe they could. Because you cannot achieve results that are inconsistent to your beliefs. So if you don't truly believe that you can earn that amount of money which you say you would like to earn, then guess what? You will sabotage yourself all the time, and you will never reach that income, because your brain is going, no, 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 you cannot earn this type of income, etc. So really, it's important to start changing your beliefs before your outside world can change, before you can get to that particular level in your business, before you can get so many team members, before you can lead so many team members, etc. You have to start believing that I am the leader. I can, earn this type of income. I can be at this particular level. I am this person. You have to truly believe it, with passion, that you can do it, and only then it can actually happen in your life. It can never happen against your beliefs. If you don't believe that it can happen, it will never happen. And you might have heard these stories where people win in a lottery, and a couple of years later they again broke. They've lost the money, they spent the money, they misused the money, etc., and the money is gone again. Why? Is because they didn't believe that they deserve, or they didn't believe that they can earn or be in that sort of financial state, etc. And then they sabotage themselves. They spend the money, they waste the money, they buy cars, they crash these cars and things like that, until they lost the money again, and they go, okay, that's where I am again, back to where I believe I should be, etc. So it's important to change those beliefs. And one of the things that, if you missed the webinar that we had yesterday, I liked what our guest speaker said. He said that, when I was broke, I used to go to expensive hotels and just sit there. I used to go, and see, experience the lifestyle of the rich and famous before I even got there. So that I would start believing that, yeah, I could do this. This could be me. I could feel comfortable doing this, etc. Where your brain sort of get used to the lifestyle you want to experience in the future. And beliefs lead to actions. If you truly start believing in something, like business idea, if you really believe it passionately, what it leads to is an action. Because if you truly believe in your business, then you start talking to other people about this business. You start sharing it, which leads to action, which then actions lead to results. So it all starts with the belief. Unless you can start believing in it, no actions will come out of that. Because if you're doubting yourself, if you're not truly believing that, yeah, I could definitely succeed in this business, if somewhere deep down in your brain you're still going, nah, but probably it's not going to work for me, then guess what? You're probably not going to act on it. You're not going to tell other people. You're not going to share the business idea because you don't even believe it, right? Which then obviously will lead to no results, because if you're not sharing it with other people, you're not going to get any results. So it's really, really important to start believing in it. And one of the easiest ways to grow the belief is affirmations or little phrases, or even goals. Writing goals down and saying, I earned this amount of money, by December 2015 or whatever. I reached this sort of level on this day, etc. And rewriting these goals. So this way you're programming your brain to going, okay, after some time, your brain will get tired. The first time you say to yourself, if you're now earning £20,000 a year and you go, I earn £100,000 a year, the first time your brain will go, right, and it'll just throw it out. But what you do, you keep shoving it back in. I earn £100,000 a year. I earn £100,000 a year. And if you keep reminding yourself of those goals every single day, guess what? At some point, your brain gets tired. And it just goes, you know what? She seems to be determined to earn that type of money. Let me give her that. Let's adopt this belief. Let's believe that it will happen. And then guess what? That will lead to action, and that will lead to results. I hope you're sort of getting this stuff, guys. Okay, so law number 4 is the law of expectation. And again, whatever you expect with confidence becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And you don't get what you want, you get what you expect, right? And too many people are getting bad results or getting no results, and they're getting, the bad situations in their life, is because they keep expecting these things. They go, oh, they're not gonna like me, or they're not gonna buy from me, or they're not gonna join my business. And before they even went to a meeting, or before they even went to this particular situation, they're already expecting the bad things to happen. And guess what? What you expect is what you get. So then guess what? all of a sudden they don't get the success, they don't get the results, etc., because they've been expecting it. They keep going, people keep thinking about things that they don't want. I don't want to get another bill, I don't want to get this, I don't want to get that, etc. And what happens is, because they expect of it, they get more of it, etc. So again, changing your expectations, and it's a simple habit to get into. Every time you go for a business meeting, or every time you go for a presentation, or every time you're doing something that you want a successful outcome out, just expect it. Just go, I am sure that person will do absolutely fantastic in this business. I am sure that person will buy the product from me. I am sure that at this event I will get a lot of contacts, business contacts, etc. So when you expect the best things to happen, you start seeing the best things in other people, and guess what? All of a sudden you start getting better results, etc. So start being more positive. There is enough negative people in this world. We don't need any more of them. Start become positive and start expecting best things in life. And guess what? Will you still get some bad things? Of course you will. But if you keep expecting the best in people and the best in situations, you will get a lot more of those good situations. And one of the things that Brian Tracy says, one of his 7 things to do daily, he says, see every single person that you meet as $1 million customer. Basically, every single person that you meet, see that person as somebody who is potentially could be purchasing $1 million or pounds or whatever currency you use of product from you. If you treat every person like that, guess what? You will get a lot more good prospects, because they will go, wow, they are treating me very, very nicely. Why are you treating them very nicely? Because you think that they could buy $1 million of your product. So again, that's the expectation. I expect every single person that I meet to do absolutely fantastic in the business. I expect them to, be the best person in the world, etc. And very often I get very good people, right? Because I expect them to be good people. Okay, law number 5 is the law of attraction. And this is absolutely incredible law, because I don't know if you guys seen The Secret, but if you haven't, watch the movie called Secret. Get a book or download the movie or whatever, watch The Secret, because this is all about the law of attraction, right? But basically the essence of law of attraction is that humans are like magnets. If you can think about something with intense emotion and great clarity, and keep it in your mind and work toward it every day, you start to attract into your life people and circumstances that move you toward it. And the easiest sort of example I always give people, I go, look, imagine, when you decide to buy a new car, and you go, you know what, I'm going to buy a BMW 5 Series, whatever, M-Class, etc., etc. And guess what happens? All of a sudden, you start noticing that car all over the town, etc. Now, just because you decided to buy that car, it doesn't mean that BMW went crazy and started producing thousands more cars, so you start seeing them all over the town. But what happened once you switched your brain onto that, once you told your brain, this is what I want, your brain starts noticing these things all over the town, right? You buy a new sweater in the shop, and then you start seeing that sweater all over the town. Everybody is wearing it. Now, before you bought it, everybody were wearing it too. But now that you bought it, your brain actually notices it. So that's the law of attraction. So if you can program in your brain that I really want to achieve this goal, right? I really want to have that lifestyle. I want to achieve this level. Even not I want to, but I am, at this level by this date. I am earning this sort of income by that date, etc. If you keep programming these goals in your brain, what happens is that your brain starts looking for people and circumstances to help you to achieve that. So almost you start noticing things. You go, oh, I just got an idea about that thing. Oh, I could talk to that person. Actually, I didn't think of that person, etc. So what happens? Your brain starts working on it. Also, another example is the tip of the tongue effect. When you think of a person, you go, what was the name of that guy? What was the name of that lady? And you can't remember them apparently. And like 5-10 minutes later, pung, it comes to your brain. And you go, oh, yeah, it's Tom so-and-so, right? So basically, this is not a coincidence. What happened is when you said, what's the name of that person? You just programmed in your brain, saying to your brain, look for that information. Find it for me. And then, of course, 10 minutes later, when it found it, it goes, there you go, I found it for you. Right? So this is really, really important, the law of attraction, because you will start attracting the people and the circumstances necessary for you to achieve your goals. Law number 6 is the law of correspondence. And basically, the law of correspondence says that your outer world corresponds like a mirror to your inner world, right? So if you create the inner world that is consistent with the outer world you wish to enjoy, you will get it, right? So the problem is that right now, where you are in your life right now, it's in a lot of ways, it's actually reflecting your inner world. It's actually reflecting your thinking, your habits, etc. And this is why you are where you are today, is because of the decisions you have made up until this point. So if you start using the law of correspondence, you basically start changing your life from the inside. In your head, you start saying to yourself, I am a wealthy person. I am a healthy person. I am a fit person. I am a person who is a leader. I am a confident person. You start changing those things inside of your head. And hey, guess what? The outside world starts changing too, because you're changing inside. And that's the beautiful part, the law of correspondence. So if you design the life in your head how it's supposed to be, your outer life will start changing too. And then the last law, the law number 7, is the law of superconscious activity. Now, this is a law of universe, and this is a law of more than we are individually as people. And this works, the reality is that this law, the superconscious activity, works continuously on your goals 24 hours a day. So even when you're sleeping, the universe is working, right? Your subconscious mind is working. So everything is working even when you're sleeping. And this superconscious activity, it even overcomes the obstacles on the way to your goal. So it finds the solutions, it finds the answers, it finds the ways out, even out of problems. And some people call this like intuition, or they call this like a gut feeling. When you sometimes, you just feel that, I should do it that way, or you just get this sudden idea and you go, oh, I need to do this thing, or I should do that, and you need to act on it. They say that this superconscious activity is time dated. If you don't act on it, it'll just go away. The idea will disappear, etc. So whenever you get these sudden ideas or sudden glimpse of something, you just go, I need to do that. I need to act on that. And this is something that I really, really enjoy. I get these ideas all the time, and I go, "Ooh, I should do a video on that." And I don't wait. I go straight to it. I get to work on that straight away, because otherwise I'll just keep putting it off, and I'll forget about it. So I just go, okay, I need to do that. Because that's a good idea, etc. And that's the sort of thing. And it brings exactly the right answer at exactly the right time. And again, working on your mind makes you ready for things. What I mean by that is that a lot of people are not wealthy yet. They're not. They don't have the lifestyle that they dream about. Is because simply they're not ready yet in their brain. They're not prepared, and the universe is saying, no, you're not ready yet to have that type of money. No, you're not ready yet to have this type of lifestyle, or this type of this amount of people, etc. And one of the things that I really like from Jim Rohn, and he always used to say, to be master of the many, you have to be faithful when the amounts are small. To be master over many, you have to be faithful when the amounts are small. And the meaning of that is basically, a lot of people go, when I make a lot of money, it will be easy to be good with money. But now that I have only, a little bit of money, I waste it all and I don't know where it goes. But the reality is, if you're not able to handle a couple of £100, how will you handle hundreds of thousands of pounds? And again, people go, when I have a large team of, 10,000 people, then I will really look after them. But now that I have only a few, I don't even know where they go. But is that actually going to work? If you can't manage 2 or 3 people, how are you going to manage thousands of people within your organization? So you need to be faithful when the amounts are small, so you will get the results and you'll get the ideas when the time is right, when you grow as a person to the place where you have to grow. One of the reasons why I like the saying, I want to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for what it makes of me to become one. Because I will have to grow as a person before I can get to to that place financially. And like I said, you need to take action on it immediately. So if you get an idea, go, I should introduce myself to that person. act on it, do it straight away. If you go, if you see a book and you go, I should buy this book, buy it and read it. Trust me, it's gonna bring results. Become a person of action, not a person of thinking. Don't get too philosophical. Act on it. You get an idea, act on it. You think of something of doing, do it, and see how it goes, etc. Become somebody that acts on it. And goals written down with such clarity that a child would even understand them, right? When you're writing down your goals, they should be written down in a way that even a small child would understand what you want, right? This is how precise they have to be and how simple they have to be in writing down, okay? And this superconscious activity is activated also by visualization. So by imagining in your brain, how would it feel like when I achieve this level? How would I feel like? What would happen in my life? How would my environment look like? How will I look like? How will I behave when I'm there, right? And spend some time, a few minutes a day. Just imagine how would that be, because that visualization will help to activate this activity. Okay, and the best is to operate with calm, sort of confident expectations. If you look at really, really successful people who are millionaires, who are billionaires, are they very like are they jittery, or are they sort of very calm, very confident about what they do? And they can't get emotional, when they present the business or whatever. But what I mean, generally, they are people who are very confident. They know that this will happen, this will work out, everything will be absolutely fine. And because of that confidence, guess what? Again, they attract more people, more circumstances to themselves. And this superconscious activity even releases the energy needed, for achievement, ideas and energy needed for achievement of your goals. It's almost like a source of energy. Sometimes when you get into doing something you really, really like, you don't even notice how the time flies. You don't even notice that you've been working till 12 o'clock at night and you still got energy. You don't even want to go to sleep. But this is when you plug into this superconscious activity, when you plug into this universe, if you like, where you're getting like a bit of extra help, from the side. So this is really, really important. If you get that feeling, then you are on the right track. And reality is that all of these laws from 1 to 7, all of these mental laws are best activated and best used, and the key to them is actually goal orientation. If you start writing down your goals and you keep rewriting them every day, these laws will come into power, because then you're literally programming your brain and saying, this is what I want. And then those laws can come into action and help you to achieve those things, guys. Okay, I hope you found this useful. I hope you got some value from this training this morning. Let me just stop the screen share. Awesome, guys. So I hope you're very well. I hope you're going to have a fantastic week ahead of you. My wish for you, as always, is to have the best week, have the best results, have the best ideas, have the best people in your business, over the next coming week. And of course, over the month of September, we are aiming to hit high results. We are aiming to hit high goals, new levels achieved. We bring a lot of people into the business because we are now on the run up to Christmas, and this is going to will be the busiest period of the year. So you want to get as many people in your team over the next month or so, because the best time of the year coming up. So you want these new people to get on the high note, on the best period of the time when the sales are coming in. It's easy to make sales, it's easy to get more customers, etc. You want these people to come on this time, etc. So start sharing the ideas, start sharing the business opportunity with as many people as possible, bringing them in the business, and helping them to get started just before we go into this Christmas season, guys. Okay, guys, have a fantastic week, and I will see you at the top.